Did you know about 16,000 people are killed a year due to alcohol-related crashes? On January 1st, 2002, a friend of my family was killed by a drunk driver. Imagine yourself just celebrating New Year's as a parent, and you're sitting there, and then the police call you, and your son is dead because somebody was irresponsible and decided to drive while he was drunk. For my research, I used National Highway Traffic Safety and MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Today I'm going to talk to you about the consequences of drunk driving, how to prevent it, and which actions to take. We all know driving while intoxicated is very dangerous, but people continue to do it. Some do not realize the consequences. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 32,885 people died in traffic crashes in 2010 in the United States, including an estimated 10,228 people who died in drunk driving crashes. That's about 31% of all traffic deaths that year. In New York State, there are many laws dealing with DWI. For the first violation, you're charged up to a $1,000 fine, and you can get up to a maximum year in jail. But there's also some loopholes to get out of it. And then if you're lucky enough to get to your third violation, you can be charged up to $10,000, 7 years in jail, and a revoked license. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have $10,000 just laying around to just give away just because I'm drunk and decide to drive, or wait 7 years in jail, 7 years of my life in jail. And we all know how it's like to not have a license. We've all been there, and you have to depend on people to get places. So just because you made that decision to drink and drive, you lose your license for the rest of your life. In the story that I just told you about a kid who died on January 1st, 2002, his name was Sean French. And after he was killed, his dad and his mom came up with this law called the Sean's Law. And Government Pulaski signed it on September 17, 2002, and it's now an official law in New York State. It states that any underage person caught drinking while driving, they get their license suspended immediately. That happened was because 18 days before New Year's, the same guy who killed Sean was caught drinking and driving, and we all know that blood alcohol content in New York State is 0.8. And his blood alcohol content was about 0.10. So when he was caught doing that, the cop just gave him a ticket and he was to go to court, which was a week after he killed Sean. So if the cop didn't let him get away, Sean will probably be alive at this day. And so that's why they came up with that law. Driving while intoxicated percentages have actually decreased in the last few years. However, they're still high. And some of the solutions that I really think that would work is we all like to go to parties, we all like to have a social life, and most of the time alcohol is served. And one thing that you can do is plan ahead. I can't just stand here and tell you not to drink at all, but you can plan ahead by if you're going to a party this weekend, just check how much it costs from that house to your house for a taxi or a bus. And if you don't have any money, you can always ask your friend to sleep over, or if you're hosting the party yourself, and you see that your friend is not okay to drive, just invite them, just tell them, just sleep over for a few hours. It takes about an hour to consume all the alcohol per drink. So if they sleep over your house for a couple hours, they should be fine to drive after that. And the biggest solution that I found was a designated driver, also known as a DD. I know most people are I don't want to be a designated driver because when I go to a party, I want to drink too. I want to have fun with my friends. But technically, you don't need to drink to have fun. You can just go there and have fun and enjoy yourself without drinking alcohol. And one advantage of being a designated driver is when you sign up with a group or something, you get a card. And when you go to an event, they can serve you free soft drinks the whole time you're at the event. And also, you save lives. And in the last few years, they've saved about 50 lives. Also, if you work at a restaurant, you should have a policy to reduce the amount of alcohol served. I know technically you're losing business, but if you serve a lot of alcohol to somebody and let them drive and they die, technically you still lose a customer, and then you have that guilt feeling that you allowed that to happen. And if you're having a gathering at your house, you can serve a lot of food. It shows in a study by the DMV of New York State that the more food you serve, the less alcohol people want to consume. And also, when you have a full stomach, the alcohol gets consumed faster. So that will reduce you being a little overly drunk. Imagine yourself not trying to solve this problem. Imagine yourself as Sean's mom or Sean's dad, celebrating New Year's, sitting at home, waiting for your child to get home. And you get a phone call. Your child is dead. You'll never see them again. Imagine that being your mother, your child, anybody in your family or your friends, just because somebody decided to be irresponsible and go ahead and kill somebody. If we don't try to take action to this, people will just keep dying just because of silly mistakes that we make. And one way we can take action is to volunteer with MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. You can donate money, which helps them create events that they go around showing people like which ways to prevent drunk driving. Also, you can sign up with them to be a designated driver when you go to large events. You can also call authority. If you're driving down the road and you see somebody's swerving, don't just think they're reaching for something in their pocket and their car is going off the road. Call authority to double check. Even if they're not drunk, it's better to be safe than sorry. And most importantly, just drink responsibility. Think of others and also think of yourself. And you don't want to be responsible for killing somebody and sitting there all the time in jail thinking, why did I do it, why did I do it, if you're even lucky that you didn't die. So just, if we work on this and know the solution, and just, if you feel drunk, you have a designated driver, and know you call their authority, you could really save somebody's life. And I think that's the best part of it.